I wish they would just make a good Mario 3D platformer. I guess this will do. After a whole year of new Super Mario Bros. Games, we finally got a new Mario platformer, Super Mario 3D World. However, a sequel to Super Mario 3D Land, it lived up to most people's expectations, adding 3 new power-ups: the Super Bell, which turns the character into a cat, attacking with its claws, and can scale walls; the Double Cherry, which creates a clone of the character; and the Lucky Bell, which is like the statue leaf from Super Mario 3D Land, but turns you into a gold statue. Like Super Mario Bros. 2, it features the same cast of characters: Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad, all playable, as well as Rosalina from Super Mario Galaxy, which you can unlock later in the game. The story as follows: during a Mushroom Kingdom festival, Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Toad walk across a dirt path when they notice a broken clear pipe. The plumbers fix it up, and a green Sprixie princess pops out and says Bowser has captured the rest of the Sprixie princesses, and she needs their help. The pipe starts to rumble, and like a genie, Bowser pops out and captures her in a bottle and vanishes back down the pipe. Going after him, Peach falls in with Mario, Toad, and Luigi, heading into the Sprixie Kingdom. Gameplay mechanics are mostly the same from 3D Land, but with each character comes different attributes. Mario's the most balanced, Luigi can jump the highest, Peach can jump and float in the air, Toad runs the fastest, and Rosalina can use a spin attack seen from Super Mario Galaxy games. Moving on from characters and looking at the map, there are 8 worlds and 4 bonus ones at the end. In each world there are around 8 to 12 levels, including enemy blockades, mystery house challenges where you're given a certain amount of time to complete each objective, and Captain Toad levels where you play as Captain Toad going through a puzzle to get every single star. In normal levels, there are 3 green stars that you'll need to collect to unlock certain levels to progress in the game, as well as a collectible stamp which you could use in Miiverse, but it got shut down. F in the chat.
Please, no! 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 No!
Looking at the graphics, it's just great. Levels are colorful, very detailed, and the lighting and shadows are pretty much perfect. After a while of playing, even though the level design was completely different from the last, it started to look and feel the same. It's most likely because of the fixed camera angle, and I know you can move it, but only so far. And most levels are in this one angle, and it feels pretty limited. One way to fix this is by adding multiplayer, which makes everything hectic but incredibly fun. Actually, on the first day of recording, I grabbed Person Guy and Fezbeard along to play it, and it was hilariously bad. Continuous death, some of them were on purpose to harm others to score that beautiful crown. It's mine. Mine and mine alone. Nobody can have it. It's mine. And on the plussy levels, everyone is in control, and it really takes some teamwork to get through. This game was basically made for multiplayer purpose, and it shows, allowing Wii controllers, which I was very surprised by. After a while, they left, and I made faster progress, which gave me less time to edit. Yes! Now, let's move on to a topic which is kind of personal. Let's look at the bosses. For each kingdom, there's a boss fight at the end. Some are from other games while most are new, and that can be looked in a good way or a bad. Most promptly, you can't hate the characters for their creative look or their fight style. They are all in the aspect of a Mario character, but I must agree some, in a way, are better than others. For example, the boss in World 4 is a bigger version of a boulder, which is pretty cool. And to defeat it, you need to pick up the smaller boulders and throw them at it. In World 5, the boss is, well, a bigger version of a Kathunk. Now, the first thing that stands out is the name, which I could complain about, but most enemies in the Mario series have a bland name like this, and it's kind of overdone. The second thing that stands out to me, at least, is they only use the enemy in 2 levels, just for a boss. I mean, I like the boss and it looks pretty cool, but they could have chosen an enemy that's more deserving. For instance, the Skipsqueak. After playing this game through, it's the only enemy that I can remember, and has appeared in many levels. I just don't see the logical reason after looking through all the enemies they chose a square with spikes to be a boss. Why? And though it may be little, that is my major complaint about this game, and if they actually used the enemy more, then I wouldn't have had such a problem with it. Anyways, let's look at the finale of this game, World-Castle. Making your way through 11 levels, you unlock the gate to Bowser's Castle. Once you make your way through the treacherous lava and enemies, you run up the stairs onto a road. Bowser pulls up in his Hot Wheels car, and you chase after him. Dodging spits of fire and exploding soccer balls, you knock one back at his car. He falls out and the road ahead collapses with him falling into the burning lava. Going through the box, you see all the Sprixie princesses. You do a little victory dance and the screen cuts out. Psych! Bowser launches out of a crevice and snatches all the fairies in a jar and then jumps back down. A beam of light appears, and from it, you're meted with World Bowser. This is honestly my favorite world from any Mario game. Bowser using the power of the Sprixies to create a theme park is just crazy. Making your way through this world, fighting the theme park bosses, and then unlocking the gates to the main attraction. Entering the level, you meet Bowser. With his magic camp sleight of hand trick, he makes a super bell appear, hangs it on his collar, transforming him into Cat Bowser. Sadly, this fight is kind of anticlimactic. It's an up-scrolling level, and it's very slow. It wasn't really a fight, just annoying, and making my way up the tower, he cloned himself with a double cherry and continued the scrolling fight. At long last, I made it to the top of the tower as soon as he landed on a giant POW block. With 4 hits to the bottom, it shot him right into the air and blew him up like a firework. Going through a pipe, you make your way to the last flagpole and have the victory dance of a lifetime. The credit starts playing, an animation of the whole group going through a pipe and ending it back into the Mushroom Kingdom with a scrolling panel up to the end. But that's not all. If you go back, the Sprixies build a rocket ship that can go to the Galaxy Worlds where you can unlock Rosalina. And that's where I'm gonna end it. That's it for Super Mario 3D World. Honestly, I have mixed emotions about this game. It wasn't that challenging, but it was somewhat fun. And the peak that I had of fun was when I was with Person Guy and Fezbeard. That was just hectic in general. So I would probably play this game with friends. And if you don't have any, just make some.
No.
Ah, shit!